everyone. Thanks for clicking on this video. If you're a returning subscriber and you're on this video, sorry my kid's screaming in the background. If you're a returning subscriber and you happened upon this video because of that reason, thank you for sticking with me on this YouTube journey. This is my first makeup video that I've ever done, and I'm super excited about it, and hopefully I'm going to do more in the future because I really enjoyed filming my makeup look. I really like this look, and if you like it too, continue to watch so that you can see how I came up with it. And don't forget to like this video if you think I did well, and subscribe so that you can keep up with what I've got going on, and hopefully more makeup looks in the future. Thanks. So I'm starting with clean, freshly washed skin, a fresh face, and also freshly washed hair, which is why I have this little wrap on my head, and I'm not taking it off. It's going to be part of my look. So I'm using the Badescu skincare facial spray with aloe herbs and rosewater. It's just I don't know, a rosewater spray. I like it a lot though. It's pretty good. And then I'm going to move on to this photo finish primer water by Smashbox, and I'm just going to put that in my eyebrow area for right now. Apple juice on the rocks. So I'm just going to fill in my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in, I believe, dark brown. So once I'm done with that and they're all filled into my liking, I'm going to take the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream Eyes in medium, and I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to take this little flat brush that I have from Coastal Scents and clean up my brows. Once they're cleaned up to my liking, I'm just going to take my finger and press into, I guess, the area where they meet, where the concealer and my eyebrow pencil shading meets. I don't know. I just press it into my skin, and then I'm going to take that same concealer and I'm going to rub it over my eyes to kind of cancel out that natural darkness. I don't know what to call it, but to create one solid canvas to work on for my eyeshadow look, I'm going to use that. I forgot to prime my face, so I am going to prime my face really quick with the Mercier. It's a sample that I got with the Mercier primer. I don't know where it is, and I don't have the name to it right now, but that's what it is. Then I'm just going to go under my eyes, and I'm going to conceal under my eyes with that same Smashbox BB cream. I'm going to press that in with a Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I'm just going to mist it a little bit with that Badescu Rosewater and pat it all and work it into my face. Now I'm using this Real Techniques finishing brush, and I'm going to set that in with the Mercier translucent powder. And then I'm going to take this Look Less Tired stick from Smashbox in the color Dark, and I'm going to color correct that little spot that I have on my cheek, the dark spot that I have, and then over my lip where my girl stash is, and underneath my lip as well. And I'm just going to pat that in with a wet beauty sponge from Sephora. Once that's all worked in so that it doesn't make my foundation look orangey, I'm going to take my foundation now, which is the Naked Skin Urban Decay foundation in the color 8.75, and put that all over my face and blend it in. And I use the same Real Techniques sponge to blend it in, but I just dampened a little bit more with some regular sink water. So once that's all worked in, I'm going to take this Morphe eyeshadow palette. It's a 35O palette, and I'm going to take that far color. It's a brownish color, pretty close to my skin tone, a little bit darker, and I'm going to work that in for my transition shade. So now I'm just taking this darker color, a hop and a skip away. It's a matte shade as well, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to work it in I'm working on my lid, but I'm going to avoid the middle part of my lid because I'm going to add a different shade right there. The last brush that I was using was the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that came with the Modern Renaissance palette, the fluffy end of it, and I switched over to the Eco Tools brush. This is just a double-sided brush. I'm using the blended side because it worked better. And it brought out the color that I wanted. And then I'm going to take the Sephora brush. It's a small blending brush, and I'm going to take that darker color right next to it, but this one has a little bit of shimmer in it, and I'm going to pat that on the middle of my eyelid where I initially neglected to put color at in the first place. And I'm just going to blend that out with that Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that I was talking about. And then working with this denser brush from the Coastal Scents set that I have, I'm going to take Cypress Umber out of the Modern Renaissance palette from ABH, and I'm going to pat that on the outer corner of my eye. I don't want too much though because I don't want it to look too heavy, but I do want to add a little bit of depth with that color. Then I'm going to take this smaller brush. It's kind of a stencil looking pencil brush, and I'm going to apply those first two shades that I was working with to my waterline. I didn't like that brush after I used it for a minute, so I switched over to the small blending brush from Sephora. And again, taking those two colors and adding it to just below my waterline. Then I'm going to take Cypress Umber again, and I'm going to add a little bit of it to the outer corner of my bottom waterline. I don't know. And now I'm just lining my waterline with this Aqua XL from Makeup Forever pencil. It's black. I don't know what color it's called, but it's black. And then I'm going to work on my eyeliner with the Sephora liner that I hate so much I took it back the next day. And then I'm taking these lashes from Ardell. These are Wispies in the color black. It says 602 on the package, if that helps. And then I'm just going to apply those and press them into my real lashes. And then I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs mascara. This is also a sample. I'm the sample queen. But this is, I believe it's called Velvet Nior mascara. I'll try to put the products that I used in the description box below for you guys. And I'm just going to blend my lashes together and then take off that little mark that I got on me. And then I'm going to use the Sephora contour stick to highlight and low light my face. I'm going to do underneath my eyes with the highlight, on my nose, a little bit on my forehead and chin. And then I'm going to do along my hairline and my cheeks with the darker low light color. And just blending this in with that same sponge that I was using earlier, still damp with regular water. Once that's blended in, I'm going to take this little palette that I got from Bare Minerals. I don't know what it's called, but I do know that the color that I was using right here, this bronzer that I was using, is called the High Dive, and I'm just going to use that to set in my contour. And then I'm taking this Bare Minerals blush called Golden Gate, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to pat that on the apples of my cheeks and then drag it out towards my ears. And then setting that in, that highlight that I put on, setting that in with the Mercier translucent powder when using the same Real Techniques brush that I was using before. Now this is yet another sample that I got from Sephora. It is the Tresique, I think is how you say it. It's a highlighting stick. That's all the information I have about it, but I'm rubbing this onto my finger, and then I'm patting this on the tip of my nose and a little bit on the bridge, and then I'm highlighting my cheeks, and then I'm going to drag that up to underneath my eyebrow on my brow bone, and then I'm going to do it in the corner of my eyes as well. And I'm moving on to my lips. I'm using this lip pencil from ColourPop and Lady to line my lips, and then the color that I'm going to use for my lips is an ultra metallic lip from ColourPop and Zebra, and yeah, it's really cute. And that is it for this look. I'm just going to set that in with the Mario Badescu spray, and then on top of that I'm going to put a little bit of the Smashbox primer from Sephora and set that in. Once again, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.